Hey, y'all, this is Billie Joe Jones. I'm a country music artist from Texas. I'm super excited to be here with y'all tonight, and you are listening to Hank Jr. on Hank's Corner.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hank's Corner. Of course, I'm your host, Hank Jr. I'm part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and of course, podcasting. And I'm very excited about the next guest that I have on, not only because she is from my home state of Texas, but she is currently nominated by the Texas Country Music Association for Emerging Artist of the Year. She has had a #1 hit the Texas Regional Radio Chart with Right Now Kind of Girl. Please welcome to my show, Billie Joe Jones. Billie, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, and I'm so glad that you got a chance to be on my podcast. I mean, I just recently found you, and I just love what I see and listen to, and I was like, I got to get this lady on my podcast.
Well, good deal. I'm glad we could make it work out. I know my schedule has been crazy lately, so I'm glad we could fit this in before I leave. I'm going to be gone for about a week. Doing some full band shows. So I'm excited to be here and talking with you tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I saw that you're headed to where? Louisiana, Wisconsin, and Nebraska?
Yes, I sure am.
That is definitely a lot of traveling there. So
Yes,
good luck
it's
with that.
actually well, just pray that all the guys make it back with me because my whole band is going, and this is our first trip all together out of Texas. Like, we're all riding together. We've got a Sprinter van that we're taking, and just pray that we make it all back home.
Oh,
Because those guys are a mess. So if you can imagine.
I have faith that you guys will make it, and that's awesome. And you said that you were busy, but it's a good kind of busy. I'm happy for you. It sounds like you're doing pretty well. And I did mention you're from my home state of Texas, and where are you actually calling in? What area are you calling in from tonight?
So I actually live in Grand Saline, Texas. So I am closer to Canton, Texas, and like Tyler, Texas. So I'm definitely an East Texas girl.
Okay, yeah, I do know Tyler. I did buy some car parts from there once. That's about all I can remember of Tyler. My most of my days of living in Texas were in the Corpus Christi area, and I just saw that you were in the Aransas Pass area not too long ago.
I was. I did a quick trip over there. We were doing a radio tour. We went from Fairfield to Corsicana, to Corpus Christi, and back over to Waco. So we were kind of all over the place over there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I just recently had my last guest, Julia Lyons, on my podcast. She's out in the West Coast, out there in Temecula, and she just got to do a national anthem for the San Diego Padres. But now I get to talk to you, and you just did the national anthem for the Texas Rangers. Tell me about that.
I did. I've actually got to sing the national anthem for the Rangers 4 years in a row now. And I am super honored to be able to do that. I love singing the national anthem, and especially for, thousands and thousands of people. That's not nerve-wracking at all to go do that. No, I'm just kidding. It really is. But it's a good nervous. It's definitely a song that means a lot, and I definitely don't want to ever mess that up. So it's definitely my honor to be able to do that, and hope to continue doing that every year. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
But let's talk a little bit more about your latest song, "Some Girls Don't Cry," because most people that do follow me see that I do the New Music Friday post, and I just had you on not too long ago for that song, which is going to be the name of your upcoming album. Tell us a little bit about the song and the album.
Yes, so I am so excited about this song that's out to radio. It has just really blown up the charts really fast. It's doing so good. I know we debuted at number 13 on CDX True Indie, and now we're up to number 6, I think, is what I saw today. So it's doing so well on all the charts. This song is just such a fun girl song. It's just a girl empowerment song, I think is how I would call it. We actually got to do a music video to this song in Nashville. I brought several of my friends from Texas. So they went and filmed this music video with me in Nashville last year. So I've been, chomping it to bits to get this song out so I could put this music video out, and all my friends think they're famous now, and all that. So it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, but this song is doing great. And we decided to name it, Some Girls Don't Cry is the album name, and I'm excited to get that out. Like, we have been working on this album for almost 2 years, probably about a year and a half now. I have been recording and working with Kent Wells, which is Dolly Parton's producer in Nashville. And it's been truly incredible getting to work with him. So we've got 10 songs ready to go. The album will be coming out in August, I think around August 20th sometime. We don't have an exact date just yet. But we will be putting out a pre-sale link pretty soon, because we're going to be doing a limited edition vinyl sale on this. So I'm very excited about that.
And you took the words right out of my mouth, because that was going to be my next question. And I was going to say, the big question is it coming out on vinyl? Because vinyl is definitely making such a comeback. I know I started collecting it again, and I actually had to buy a new record player because I hadn't had one in years. And now, a lot of artists are coming out with it. But being a photographer and a videographer, as you can see back here, I have to do this. So tell me, plug your videographer who did your video for you.
So his name is Mark Ollie with Ollie Visuals. And he is out of Nashville. So he did that video. And then there's another video, for another song that's on the album. We did Can't Take Keith Whitley Tonight. We also, filmed that one in Nashville. So that'll be coming out, at some point. I don't know when, but it'll be out pretty soon.
All right. Well, you definitely have to let me know when these are released. That way I can make sure I put them on the very top of the Hank's Corners, New Music Friday post. But let's go ahead and listen to Some Girls Don't Cry. We'll come back. We'll talk some more.
I packed a suitcase for the weekend. You won't find me around. I might be headed out to Reno. All I know is I'm getting out of town. One door closes, another opens wide. Some girls don't cry. You thought you hurt me, you thought you got me good. Then you thought I'd take you back. Problem is my daddy taught me what I'm worth, and no boy can put a price tag on that. Some girls worry and need that type of guy. Some girls don't cry. Pop that champagne, here's to no more pain. I'm going dancing tonight. All my girlfriends, the whole damn weekend, I think you finally done me right. Some girls don't cry. In case you're wondering, I'm doing real good. You cheated and you lied just like your mama said you would. I find it funny that you can't figure out what some girls don't cry. Pop that champagne, cheers to no more pain. I'm going dancing tonight. All my girlfriends, the whole damn weekend, I think you finally done me right.
Well, welcome back to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr. here with my special guest, Billie Joe Jones, and you just heard her latest song, Some Girls Don't Cry. Now, I've kind of alluded on my post that I'm doing a new segment here, and it's called Two Truths and a Lie. And so, what you're going to do is you give me two truths and one statement that's a lie. It can be in any order, and I will have to figure it out by the end of the show to see if I can guess which is which. Now, I'm 1 for 1, so I'd like to be able to continue my perfect average, but we'll see how that goes. But Billie, give us two truths and a lie in any order.
Oh gosh. Okay. I want to make, I don't want to make this easy on you. I'm not going to lie. I want to make it hard. So let me think. Okay. Two truths and a lie. Okay. Let's do, okay. I have 4 kids. I was a clogger for several years, and I can play 5 instruments.
All right. So I'm going to have to try to figure out which ones are the truth and which ones is the lie. And, hopefully I can do that and keep my average perfect. But, you know, what I'd like to do in the next segment, we usually just talk about how you got into the music and, take me back to when you started. And I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, that you were probably about 4 or 5 years old singing for your grandparents as your audience. And then eventually, you moved out to a little bit bigger things. Tell us a little bit about that and how it progressed to where you are today.
Yeah, so I was actually raised by my grandparents since I was 1, and I grew up singing for them, and then went on to sing at church when I was 9. That was the first stage that I ever stepped on, was at my local church, and I went from there to playing on different Opries, not the Grand Ole Opry, but smaller versions of the Grand Ole Opry around. I played at several of those, and my dad didn't raise me, but he was still a really big part of my life, and he was kind of the bad influence, I think, is what you'd probably call him. But that's when he would take me out to the bars and the restaurants, and he would tip the band and throw me up on stage with whoever was playing, and give them $20 and like, hey, let my daughter sing a song with you. And so that's when I learned that I loved the honky tonks. I loved I loved to go dancing, and I loved being up on that stage and singing country music and performing. Not just singing, but like performing in front of the crowd. So I absolutely loved doing that, and that led to I got to open for several people. I've opened for Ray Price when I was 18 years old. I've opened for the Oak Ridge Boys, Stoney LaRue, Wade Bowen a few times, Roger Krager. Gosh. There's so many. I need to really make a list of everyone, but there's so many people I've opened for. And I've done, several different things. I've been on a few TV shows. I was on The Voice. I was on American Idol. I wound up being top 14 on a TV show called Real Country. We filmed that in Nashville with Shania Twain, Jake Owen, and Travis Tritt. So that was a lot of fun. And so, yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff. Going, I could go on and on and on, but that's just kind of a little stepping stone of where it's going right now. So
yeah, you definitely have a lot of accolades, which why I don't know what kind of rock I've been under, and I didn't notice you until recently. So shame on me for not knowing that. But like I said, you do have a lot. And it's pretty cool because when I prepare for my podcast, I'll re-listen to the music again just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. And when I was driving today listening to it, one of the thoughts came to my mind is, man, this is kind of the classic country that if I was in a honky tonk makes me want to put on, a pair of boots and a cowboy hat that, I love. Don't get me wrong. I love some of the pop stuff and I love all the other stuff. I've had a lot of artists on my show that I really love, but there's just something about the classic sound and country, which I think that you kind of tapped into. And when you talk about, playing on those honky tonks, now I can kind of see kind of where that came from.
Yes. Yeah. And being raised by my grandparents, that's kind of been my goal from the beginning. I really wanted to bring in the traditional country sound and mix it with a little modern sound, so that anything that I'm putting out, I'm trying to blend those two together as much as I can. So, cause I love traditional country music. I love real country music. I'm not a huge fan of pop country. I could probably do that if I wanted to, but I love the traditional mixed with modern. So I'm going to continue to put out as much of that as I can.
Well, you keep doing that because I definitely appreciate it, and it just takes me back to other eras in my life where that was a little bit more prominent. But I see that you have a guitar there, uh, which means I'm guessing you're going to possibly play something for us. So, what do you have in mind to play for us?
Yes. So I'm actually going to play a couple of songs off my upcoming country album. The first one, make sure it's still tuned. The first one I'm going to do for y'all is a song called "Can't Take Keith Whitley Tonight," and it's probably one of my top 3 favorites on the album. So I hope you like it. Rather listen to a stranger talk about the things that he's done wrong that brought him here. Rather shoot another game of pool, shoot tequila and act a fool, than cry my beer. What I need is a fair song. I'm not over you, you got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. No, not tonight. I'd rather twirl around this floor and then twirl a little more with someone new. And please don't blame me, my name's not Amy, I'm just a lonely fool. What I need is a fair song. I'm not over you, you got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. I need my time, and I mean now, before he sings the next verse and I start crying out loud. 'Cause what I need is a fair song. I'm not over you, you got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. These tears are really putting up a fight, but I can't take it Whitley tonight. Not tonight.
And that was an awesome performance by Billie Joe Jones. Can't Take Keith Whitley Tonight, which is going to be on her upcoming album release, Some Girls Don't Cry. Can't wait for that. That is definitely an awesome song. I love how you do it. And the Keith Whitley reference is definitely awesome. And I never got the chance to see Keith Whitley, but I did recently get to see his son, Jesse Keith Whitley. He performed in St. Louis at the Freedom Jam concert series. My followers know that I go up there every year, except for this year where they're kind of in a little bit of a change where they're going to be called Songs for Heroes, and that's where they do a lot of music entertainment, raise funds for the veterans, a great thing, and Jesse was awesome, and I only wish I could have seen Keith, back in the day. But I'm loving the song.
Thank you so much.
And did I read, or is my understanding that you kind of had to break away from the music scene, or chasing your dream for a while? Is that accurate?
Um, yes and no. So I got married when I was 18, and then I had kiddos. So from like 19 to 22, I was, being a mom. I mean, I'm still a mom, but like I was being a mom and had kiddos, and I honestly was married to someone that didn't want me to do the whole singing thing. And so that was a pretty tough time, and I kind of went through some stuff there. And so I didn't really sing or perform or anything. I even put my guitar down for a little bit. And so then when I got out of that marriage, I decided to follow my dreams. So here we are. We've been working hard now for several years. So
Yeah, and sometimes things just make you stronger, and you're a songwriter, so I'm sure a lot of stuff kind of seeps into your songwriting, and you grab from real life. But I'm also interested. You talked about The Voice and American Idol and
Mhm.
the different shows that you've been on. Tell us a little bit about that and your take on that, because I've heard good, I've heard bad, depending on who was on it, and some of the artists that I've had went really far. And one of them, Morgan Miles, specifically said, "Hey, look, I didn't want to win this because when you win things, you're stuck in a contract, but I wanted to come in second." And she's doing really great for herself. But how was it for you?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say, to be honest, American Idol was not my cup of tea at all. I wasn't a big fan of that. I was top 100 on that show. I got cut during Hollywood Week. But it definitely wasn't my favorite. The Voice was amazing. I did that in 2014. They treated you like you were, royalty, and helped you out so much. And I made really good, connections and friends there. And it was a really cool experience. Like, I would encourage anyone, if you want to, go try out for a TV show, The Voice is definitely the way to go. And then when I did Real Country in, I think like 2016 or so, what 2018, they're correcting me. In
I need one of those
2018.
fact checkers over here to help me
No,
out with our
I know.
podcast.
My
Where can I
husband
get
and my
one?
best my husband and my best friend are sitting here, and they're both over here like, holding their head like, no, it was 2018. I don't know, I get my years wrong. But 2018, I did Real Country with Shania Twain, Jake Owen, and Travis Tritt. They only did one season of that, which I'm so upset, because it was so cool. Like, it really was a really cool experience. We filmed that in Nashville, and we did so much, recording and filming, and playing songs and doing kind of like a little music video type thing to it. It was really cool. And I was top 14 on that show, and it was awesome. I hope someone will like do another show like that and bring it back. I think it would be really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And for those that are watching, as opposed to listening to this, obviously, computers are what they are, and we're having a little bit of difficulty of getting my image on there. But hey, we're not here to see me; we're here to see Billy Joe anyway, and so we'll continue on. But that's great to kind of hear your side of the story. And if you were to give advice to anybody that's trying out for these shows, what would you give them?
I would tell anyone and everyone, like, to go for it, go do it, go, stand in the line, go wait. And I mean, sometimes it's not going to work out. I mean, I've been told no way more than I've been told yes, in my career, but it's one of those things that, like, I truly did learn from each and every experience that I've been through. And I've tried to grow, and become a better singer, a better songwriter from each experience that I've done. So, I mean, my advice is just to do it, like, no matter what. Like, don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anybody hold you back from chasing your dreams and doing what you want to do. So that will be my advice.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just to add on that from what I've heard from other artists is don't let the results of what happens from
Exactly.
that show, change your method. I mean, there's plenty of people that I know, like Alexandra Kay, who went on The Voice, didn't have any chair
Uh-huh.
turned for her, and now all of a sudden she's
Yeah, I
touring
didn't
out
either
there with
when I
some
was
of
on
the
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and look at you, you're doing awesome. And sometimes it is a blessing to have that. And I would like, if you don't mind, can you play one more song for us?
Yes, I will go ahead and do this next one. This song is called "Whose Tequila Are You Drinking?" So, and I don't know, we keep going back and forth, but I've had a lot of radio. I've been doing a radio tour here lately, all over the place, and I've had a lot of people tell me that they really love this song. So this may be the next single that goes out after "Some Girls Don't Cry." So we'll see.
All right.
It's hard to see you after all this time. These locals really make this place seem real. I come in here to escape all the madness, and the way you leaving me makes me feel. Whose tequila are you drinking? You never drank that stuff before. Light beer was all you could handle. Who you holding that drink for? Like to meet her if she's here tonight, and look her in her home wrecking eyes. Before I tell her what I'm thinking, tell me whose tequila are you drinking? I apologize for this inquisition. I didn't mean to put you in this position, but I'm sure I was here first, and just when I couldn't feel worse, I see you here, and just like that, my heart can't take my eyes off that glass. Whose tequila are you drinking? You never drank that stuff before. Light beer was all you can handle. Who you holding that drink for? I'd like to meet her if she's here tonight, and look her in her home wrecking eyes. Before I tell her what I'm thinking, tell me whose tequila are you drinking? See, I come in here to lose my grip on memories and time. You don't belong with her, you belong with me, like tequila, salt and love. Whose tequila are you drinking? You never drank that stuff before. Light beer was all you could handle. Who you holding that drink for? I'd like to meet her if she's here tonight, and look her in her home wrecking eyes. Before I tell her what I'm thinking, tell me whose tequila are you drinking? Before I tell her what I'm thinking, whose tequila are you drinking?
And that's the powerful country Texas voice of Billie Joe Jones here on Hank's Corner. And, for those, I said, watching the video version of this, it's not a Hank's Corner takeover, which it might as well be, because you're the only one showing up on here. But I am having a little bit of technical difficulties. Not a takeover. You just can't see me, which is probably better anyway. So you talk a little bit about tequila. What is your drink of choice?
Definitely not tequila. Um,
I agree with that.
we just write songs about tequila. Man, I don't know. I guess probably this is not probably very good. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, why? I love to do a shot of Rumplemintz before I sing. I guess that's my poison before I sing, but just one of them. You can't do more than one of those. So,
Yeah, you don't want to be slurring on stage. I've seen
oh,
artists do
definitely
that
not.
before, and
Definitely
that's not
not.
that's not good. But that also leads into I always got to ask about food on my podcast because I'm a foodie, and I do miss a lot of the Texas food, whether it's barbecue or Mexican over here in the Tampa Bay areas, which is my little corner. But tell me, what are some of your favorite foods, and some of the places that you just love to frequent?
Gosh, oh, that's so hard. I guess in Texas, I love obviously like Texas Roadhouse or Olive Garden. Let's see, like fast food wise, man, I love some Taco Bell. It's probably not the best thing to be eating. And then I love blizzards from Dairy Queen. That's probably one
Mm.
of my other favorite things. I've got a couple of favorite places in Nashville because I'm back and forth between here and Nashville, and I've gosh, I guess they're all over though. It's a steakhouse called Morton's Steakhouse, and they have those all
Okay.
over. But oh my gosh, when I want something fancy, like some fancy food, that's where I go.
Yeah, steak is always good. And, you mentioned Dairy Queen Blizzards, which I love. One of the things that disappointed me when I got here to Florida was that the Dairy Queens, they don't serve the steak baskets. They only have the chicken finger baskets. And I'm like, you're missing
Are
the
you
best part of
serious?
it. Yeah. So, I hardly ever go to
That's
Dairy Queen anymore
crazy.
here, except for
Crazy.
dessert. So,
Well, I don't blame you. I can't believe that. Like, what in the heck? Like, I guess I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
yeah. Well, it's just one of those things that makes me miss Texas even more. Um, Now, like I said, I recently found you. You're definitely on my playlist. But if I were to go into your playlist right now, who would I find?
Oh man. Definitely Zach Top. He's one of my favorites right now. I love what Ella Langley's doing.
Mm,
She's killing it. She's doing great. Lainey Wilson is definitely my favorite female artist right now. Back in the day, I mean, I love Loretta Lynn and Patsy Cline and um, all those gals. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a mixture because I listen to Bailey Zimmerman. I listen to Riley Green, Morgan Wallen. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place. I love. Is it Shabuzi? Is that how you say that? That new song. I love that new song. So yeah, I'm all over the place when it comes to music. I listen to anything and everything. So.
that's awesome. And given the chance to perform on stage with any artist, living or past, who would that be?
Ooh, that's tough. So I'm going to do an answer for someone in the past, but I'm going to do an answer for someone in the present. So the person in the past that I would love to sing with would obviously be Keith Whitley.
Mm.
Absolutely love him. But I think in the present right now, it would have to be Lainey Wilson. I think that we would be best friends and we could kill some songs together. So.
Yeah, well, that would be awesome. And if you do become best friends with her, let her know about my podcast. Maybe I
I
could get
sure
her on.
will. I sure will.
That would be awesome. And given the opportunity, like I said, you're going out on stage or on tour, and somebody comes to your performance, what should they expect from a Billy Joe Jones show?
So when you come to a Billy Joe Jones show, it's going to be full of energy. I now pretty much put my guitar down. I pick it up a couple of times during the night, but I am up on the stage, moving around, dancing. I go out into the crowd, if I can, if I'm, have that opportunity to. We play everything from, all of the songs on my album and several originals, but you're also going to hear my favorite covers. You're going to hear Why Haven't I Heard From You from Reba McEntire. You're going to hear Tonight's Not the Night, Randy Rogers. You're going to hear Sunday Kind of Love, Etta James, Reba McEntire. You're going to hear Crazy, Patsy Cline. I'm all over the place, but I love to play 90s country. I love to play the traditional country music. And then I, throw in a bunch of my songs as well. So we're all over the place, but we love it. It's full of energy. It's such a fun time, especially when I can go out into the crowd and dance or hang out or whatever I can do whenever I'm up there singing. I love my wireless mic. It is something that I definitely treasure. So.
Well, I definitely have to catch one of these shows, whether it's out there in my home state of Texas or you make it over here to Florida or somewhere in between. It sounds like a action-packed, fun, honky-tonkish show, which I definitely want to see. But here is time for the truth and lie, and we'll see how good I am if I can keep my 100% going for 2 episodes. But you had mentioned that either truth or a lie. You have 4 kids. You did clogging for several years, and you can play 5 instruments is what I have listed here. So I am going to guess that you do have 4 kids, you have clogged, but you can't play 5 instruments.
Dang, you're good. I can
Oh,
play
man.
4 instruments, but that's so close.
So what 4 instruments can you play?
I can play the piano. I can play the guitar. I can play the flute because I played flute in school, and I can also play the piccolo.
All right. And would we ever see any clogging on stage?
I mean, I probably could if I wanted to. I could remember a lot of our, routines that we used to do. So I absolutely loved clogging. We performed at like Six Flags Over Texas with the group of 5 that we had. We did a bunch of 4-H competitions and won a bunch of those. And we were really good. We were really good. I miss it.
Oh, that's awesome. And, I definitely, like I said, want to get out there and see you no matter where it is. But of course, in the meantime, if you ever want to be a guest on Hank's Corner, you're more than welcome to do so. And for those that are watching, at least half of us that can see, be sure to check her out. This is Billie Joe Jones. You can find her on BillieJoeJones.com. That's Billie spelled Billie. Joe J-O, and all social medias. Please follow her. Please start streaming. And when her album comes out, please save 1 vinyl for me. But other than that, let's sell it out and buy all the merchandise that we can. But Billie, thanks so much for being a guest on my podcast.
No, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. It's been so fun.
Come on. Wish waiting didn't take so long. They say absence makes a lonely heart grow strong. I don't buy it, that ain't my way. I wish everything I'm waiting on happened yesterday. And I don't play games, 'cause I ain't good at losing. I don't waste time just slow down. And I say I plan to do just that the day they let me down. And I don't play games, 'cause I ain't good at losing. I don't waste time when it comes to choosing. And I can't wait and watch the spinning of this world. I'm a right here, right now kind of girl. Let's get down to business. No more wasting time. I'm always in a hurry, and that suits me just fine. Hey, let's get down to business. No more wasting time. I'm always in a hurry, and that suits me just fine. And I don't play